Runva winch industries. So I got the 3500 just because I just wanted something that can help me out when I'm out there in the trails. It was pretty simple. I ended up buying let me turn the light here. Ended up buying a super ATV winch, the winch mount for the trails, RZR Trails. But I actually really love the job that they did in this metal, man. Is powder coat is solid. I couldn't get the front piece to work, but I was able to at least use these mounting points right here for it. So they say 3500, you point in that way, or you can flip these around for the bigger ones. But it's just enough to fit this in, so it was perfect. It worked just right. I'm gonna be putting back on my bumper and everything. It's very simple. What I did like about the Runva, it actually got really good ratings. It actually beat out other ones when I was watching a review on YouTube. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to go that way. Plus it was from Home Depot and I get military discount off of that. It also came with a whole pack. So it came with everything that you need. It did come with the generic mounting system that I can't use, but maybe I'll use it for something else. Came with a snatch block, which I really like. These are just simple, small items, but obviously I have really big ones that are super heavy duty, but it's kind of nice to be able to spend, I think it was like $140 or something like that off of Home Depot. But it did come with all the stuff that you needed. I did have only one issue, and it was this one screw. The one screw holding it right here end up, I guess I tightened it too hard and it ruined it. But all three other ones, so maybe I should just not do it. But I ended up using, the other three were just solid. And so I ended up just using the silicone Loctite on it because it still bites onto that. The bolt still bites and everything. Just I want it to be a lot tighter, so it's a permanent seal for it. So I'm not really worrying about it too much because the other three were just solid. It was really easy putting it all together. Once the instructions suck. I'll tell you that. So I watched like probably 4 different YouTube videos and looked online. It came with a very simple drawing of it all, so it wasn't that bad. It was just one sheet of paper, and if you're competent enough, it'll work. You can figure it all out. So I brought it up here. This is kind of showing you my work and the wiring. So with the pulse bar, I was able to just go right there and without having to go directly to the battery, even though someone said it was, yeah, you don't have to go directly to the battery. This is still going to the battery. Like it's on right now if I wanted to push the button. So I actually really don't like that. I don't want it to be on all the time, so I'm gonna probably figure out another solution, maybe like a switch that I can just pop this open, flip it on, if I want to do it like that. Because this little spot here is so easy to just open, but I decided to put this sonoid, wherever you call it, right here in the inside, because there is a grommet right down here, and you can't really see it that well, but there's a grommet where you can go through everything. But I also find that you can actually fit right through here too and have everything go through. One of the other things I did was I put a mirror with LED lights, so it's kind of nice. Everything's still kind of a mess. I'm still trying to tidy up. But the, the one part that I ended up taking a long time on, and here I'll show you this real quick here. This is the format. I mean, and like I said, it's not terrible. It's not bad. It's pretty easy. Really straightforward. But I think the one thing is it's made for like an ATV, right? So I ended up putting it right here, the switch, right there. You can't see it that much, but I just put it out of the way basically. That way, there we go. That way it will be out of the way. But once I need to use it, I can use it. And I also kept this in a good spot where I can easily use this that came with it. So I was just going to tuck this away, put it away, and turn it on or off. But I do like the idea that it does allow you to turn freely, so you can just pull it on out. I think that's a common thing, so it's not that real big of a deal. But yeah, other than that, it wasn't hard at all. This is super easy to take out, and it goes right here. I learned that when you do take it off, you can push down or up to get out if you're having trouble. Super easy to put it back in. And then obviously the wheels are, if you ever change a tire, it's super easy to do. So anyways, these are 19 millimeters. It's usually 19 millimeters. I think this was like 15 millimeters, 15 for this. And then 19 was the biggest that you're gonna go on. So this is gonna be 19 millimeter right here. And that's what I use for my awesome bumper, which actually I have hit a bunch of trees and they definitely got their usage. You can even see it definitely wrapped around a tree right there. That bad boy right there. I don't know, it's sort of like people keep their stuff so nice, and I'm like, in my mind, you know, yeah, it's just Scar, you know, love it. But I'm gonna take care of all the main components and everything. I don't mind a little bit of scratches and stuff, you know, put a little band-aid on it. All right, anyways, I do want to get a bigger pulse bar though. This is a 2022 Trail, RZR Trail, and it came with 3 pulse bars. And one thing to note is this blue line. So the middle line, so black and red goes to where it needs to go, because that was the only connections I did here. And then the blue line, I went to Home Depot, bought another blue line, 14 gauge, which I think this is like just so strong and solid. They always come with, this is actually not too bad. I did buy a generic version of this pulse bar off of Amazon, 6 of them. So I do plan on getting, like expanding this to 3 more. But what I did though, because it's not like, I forgot if it's copper, which one's the better connectors. Like say if you buy from USA, you're gonna have the better metal, right? So what someone said was just go buy some of this stuff, the oxidant joint compound. So it's grease dialect, what they call it. So aluminum, because it was aluminum connections, you can tell. So that's another big deal. But anyways, this wire, you definitely want to connect this wire separately, and you take it off of, I don't think you can actually see it, but it's gonna be the bottom right one. So, let's see if I can zoom in on there. That bottom right one right there. So you can tell that I cut it So I cut it. This little piece I taped up is cut. And then this blue line goes to the bottom right. So bottom right, I put an X on it because if you have that connected to the other ones, the LED light will be on all the time in there with the key off, and it'll be just draining the battery. So you have this one because it's keyed on. And so when you do turn it on, zoom out here. So when you do turn on the key, it turns on. So then you see that, and then boom, let there be light. So, and these are all pop outs, by the way. All these pop out real easy, nice and simple. So pop it back in, and it all works generically. Anyways, just thought I will show that to you guys, and we go back to popping everything back on. All right, have a good day.